Okay, it is so great to be here with you today, and I am so excited to share with you these 5 tricks to attract inspiration. Now, these tricks are great for anything from if you're feeling uninspired about, a project you're working on personally or for work, or even around the house. If you are feeling like you're lacking inspiration on your next steps in life, or even if you're lacking inspiration of something as simple as what to make for dinner, these 5 tricks are going to help you in some really cool ways. So I'm so excited to tell you about that in just a minute. I just want to remind you quickly before we get into it that starting soon, if you're watching this on the replay, if you are still in July or beginning of August, I want to invite you guys to the next free live 5-day workshop, which is going to start August 8th. It's a Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. It is going to be Power Up the Healer Within You, because I really feel like, I'm sure you all will agree with me, that we need healers now more than ever, and we all need healing for ourselves. So in this workshop, we're going to power up the healer within you. You're going to really, there's posts about it in the Soul Spa group. If you're not already a member of the Joy Soul Spa group, get in there. You're gonna want to seize the opportunity for this workshop. There are going to be so many amazing tools and tricks that you can really start exploring. So I hope you'll join me for that. Now let's get to these 5 tricks to attract inspiration. So there are only 2 rules that apply to each of these 5 tricks that I want you to just remember. Keep in mind they apply to each one of them, and their rules. And I don't give a lot of rules, you guys know that. So first rule, start where you are. Wherever you are in life, in your journey, in your spiritual journey, your physical journey, start with these wherever you are. And you'll see how that makes sense in just a minute. And rule 2, remember to love you. You are doing your best. Being hard on yourself is never helpful. So rule 2, remember to love you. Okay, so what are these 5 tricks to attract inspiration? Trick number 1 is find a better feeling emotion. Now, this is based on the teaching of Abraham Hicks. If you don't know who they are an amazing, duo. It is Esther, who channels a consciousness known as Abraham. It is this amazing, resonant, channeled information, largely teachings about law of attraction, but I have been following them for many years. And one of the things that they teach is if the primary emotion you're feeling, is something like lonely or sad or uninspired, that you need to take control. And control is probably not the right word, but you need to take authority in your space and find a better feeling emotion. Find an emotion that feels better than that. So for example, if you're lacking inspiration and you're feeling kind of lonely, we want you to move to a feeling that feels better than lonely. So maybe you can move to peaceful or grateful. Maybe you can find something around you to be grateful for, or even appreciative. If you can appreciate a flower or a person or something, those emotions are higher on that emotional scale than the emotion of loneliness or sadness. And you don't have to make the whole jump to like joyous, excited right away, but baby step yourself from those more difficult emotions to a feeling that feels better. The intention of this step is moving yourself to a better feeling place on that emotional scale, to shift yourself into a place where you're able to receive inspiration. Shifting your awareness to a better feeling emotion helps to shift your energy so that you are available to receive guidance, because you have to be a match for the energy to receive that inspiration, that guidance that you're seeking. And if you're in those more difficult emotions, often we're just not available for that inspiration to come in. So find a better feeling emotion. That's trick number 1. Trick number 2, energy in motion stays in motion. So you may know Newton's first law of motion teaches us that an object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion. And for our purposes, one way we can apply this is understanding that to move the energy, your own energy, towards inspiration, sometimes you need to start moving your physical energy. Move your physical energy, which our physical body is more dense, our physical energy is more dense, and then can start moving the energy, in your field around you towards being able to be more receptive for that inspiration. So start where you are. Remember, this can look like taking a walk outside just around your block to move your physical body, your physical energy, to start moving the energy around you. It can look like turning on some music and either dancing, or if you can't get there, start where you are, even just sway to some music, or just let yourself feel some music. Or it can even look like taking a break to just get out and run some errands, or, shifting tasks, let's call it that. Resist the urge to call someone else to complain. That is not helpful. It's just going to push you more in that direction. That's not receiving inspiration. So, two is energy in motion stays in motion. Get that body moving so you can move the energy around you. Tip number three is take in something beautiful. We all know that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So what you take in is completely up to you. There's no, other rules around this one. Now, I don't just mean look at something beautiful. I mean really be fully present in that moment and take in with your whole self, your emotion, your breath, your sensing. Take in something beautiful. Maybe you have time to go check out a museum and see beautiful works of art. Maybe you can just step outside and see something beautiful in nature right outside your door, whether it's a bird, or if it's wintertime when you're watching this, some beautiful rippling hills of snow, or maybe there's a flower budding right outside. So it can look as easy as that. The important thing is that you let yourself be fully present in the moment, enjoying that beautiful creation. And if you're pressed for time, set your watch or your timer for 5 minutes to do this, to just give yourself a different focus and take in something beautiful. Okay, you ready for trick number 4? Feed your ears. One of the issues with the cycle of feeling uninspired can include negative self-talk or just general mind chatter that's not helpful. And as we all know, we can't listen in two places at once. Our hearing, we need to focus. So if we're listening even to that inside negative self-talk voice, that's not helpful. We need to feed our ears something else to listen to instead, something wonderful, something delicious. And this can look like listening to an interesting podcast, for example, or finding a beautiful piece of music to listen to. Sometimes it's great to use headphones because then you're really blocking out sounds around you. But if that's not appropriate for you, remember, start where you are. The 2 rules. So, just let yourself do it however works for you. Or maybe it's listening to an inspiring journey story of someone else. Oprah's Super Soul podcast and Super Soul chats are my absolute favorite go-to. I highly recommend listening to her chats with some of the most inspiring souls who have stories so moving and inspiring. You will be well on your way to shifting your energy towards receiving that inspiration. That's my absolute go-to favorite, but there are lots and lots of great things to feed your ears. So number 4 was feed your ears. And are you ready for number 5? This one is straight from my guides. It is WWSSS. The suggestion, like I said, is straight for my guides. What would your soul self do? Now, give yourself the opportunity to remember that you are a soul having a human experience and that your human personality isn't alone and unsupported. You have your higher self, your soul self, like we always talk about. So while you're focusing on beauty and feeding your ears and moving your energy and allowing yourself to be open to guidance and inspiration from your soul self about the steps that are in your highest good, just remember that you are a soul, and what would your soul self want you to be feeling in this moment? What would your soul self be advising you to do in this moment? And for some of you that are a little more advanced, this one's going to be a really exciting one. So your soul truly knows the exact answer that you need, whether it is, what am I supposed to make for dinner? Maybe it's that your soul self would want you to have the most nourishing food for you right then. What am I supposed to do for my life path? Your soul truly knows the answer, truly knows the the blueprint within you for your highest good in this lifetime. So of course your soul self knows your best next steps, right? And The truth is, if you can get out of your own way long enough, you can receive it because it already belongs to you. This inspiration you're seeking is already within you. It's just getting out of your own way to receive it. So just taking a moment and being available while you're doing all these other things to receive that guidance or inspiration from your soul self. What would your soul self do? WWSSS. So I hope that you have enjoyed these 5 tricks, my top 5 tricks that I use all the time to attract inspiration. Remember, we have to be a vibrational match for something that we're wanting to attract. So all of these will help you in really tangible ways to shift your vibration to attract that inspiration that you're seeking for really any topic, any area of life that you are seeking it. If there's an area that you're seeking guidance right now or inspiration right now, and you want to share it after using some of these tricks or all of these tricks, I would love it if you would share it and let us know how these tricks worked for you. They are so powerful and work so quickly. It's amazing. And really, like I said, in the first 2 rules, start where you are. It could look as simple as you popping on some headphones, going for a walk outside around your block, breathing, taking in some natural beauty and what you might see around you. Maybe there's some butterflies dancing or some beautiful cloud formations, or even just watching the sunlight, just taking in that beauty around you. And in that meantime, while you're moving your physical energy on that walk, you're feeding your ears something inspiring and moving. Maybe it's an Oprah Super Soul podcast. And then just having your heart open, being available as your mood, as your energy, as your dominant emotion shifts to what would my soul self do? It can look as simple as that. So I hope that this has been helpful for you today. I would love to hear how this resonated with you. And again, I don't want you to miss that free live 5-day workshop that is going to be starting on August 8th through August 12th, live in the Joy Soul Spa Facebook group. So if you are not a member, or if you want to invite a member, go ahead and do that now. You're just going to have to answer some quick questions, agree to be nice and kind to everyone in the group, and give your email. And we are going to do that workshop. It is going to be Power Up the Healer within you in just 5 days. So you can start really feeling and using energy techniques for yourself, and to see if you have that hidden gift of a healer within you. I look forward to seeing you then. Big hugs, and bye for now.